Real talk, the metaphor messiah, man. I got this one. Let's go. You ever seen the morning star? Mr. Metaphor Messiah, back to show you who we are. I represent a legacy, a pothead like the 70s, a different kind of mind. They say we only speak in melodies. Legend in the game, I think I found a solution. Got a crazy kind of flow, I need a verbal institution. Monster on the mic, I feel like hip-hop then adopted me. You pussy niggas shook, you let them turn this to a mockery. I give a fuck about their recognition. I'm trying to spit the fucking truth, somebody get the message. These politics, they overstate the obvious. They shooting like Stoyakovich, it's war on every continent. Deeper than you know, I'm what you hate if you the government. Young black with heart, I put a hex on the establishment. Niggas playing patty cake and I was trying to regulate. A lot of them I emulate, but none of them I demonstrate. Hip-hop will never need a eulogy. They give us 10%, they trying to take away gratuity. Work for what you want, I learned that shit from fucking Aubrey. And she ain't never lied, I told her this was nothing new to me. This must be everything I'm dreaming. I wake up, my superstition say the government been scheming. Here we go, I roll up, they say the city lights is feeling me. My girl, she super real, she think that ain't nobody cool as me. Flying in Pacifics, I'll be ripping till I'm gone. I sit back and blaze away like I'm Akeem Olajuwon. But I guess that's what I need.
All right, Real Talk, the Metaphor Messiah, bringing us into the morning light as always. How you doing, everybody? Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Little break, back on the YouTube, doing the things. Look, wrestling is going crazy right now. Wrestling is going insane. I'm watching more wrestling than I have in a really long time. It's been a nice de-stressor. It's been a nice relaxation, a little break from all the real, because it's been insane. Like, last year, we were seeing signs of things. I would say even the last few years, there's been times where it seems like things were going in the right direction. Like happiness could be found in wrestling, whether you were fighting in AEW or you were finding it in WWE, you were finding it. And that was the important thing. That was what was supposed to matzah. That was the big thing. And, ultimately it is what matters. It is that important thing. So to see them not get it right, like AEW starting to really fall off, WWE really starting to find its stride, and then all these big things start happening. All these big dominoes start falling into place. Things we didn't even know we wanted. Things that I thought were going to go bad. CM Punk returning to the company. You had all of the debacle with the last couple of years with Vince McMahon losing power, retiring in disgrace, coming back only to retire in disgrace a second time. I mean, the whole situation was just stupid and insane and crazy, if I'm being, blunt about it. Like, to see them have to flip-flop back and forth the way that they did, it's weird. Then you have another company buy them. Vince McMahon, in fact, coming back to sell the company, making his ultimate final bet, which is one of my favorite things, because if he doesn't sell specifically to them, there's a good chance things are not, they don't go the same way. Maybe he can find a better deal that actually does accommodate what he wanted a little bit more. Maybe he'd be able to find that, but he didn't. He went with the deal that he thought that was going to give him the most leverage long term, and that was UFC. That was Endeavor. He really thought he was booking himself into eternity. He's like, I can go ahead and I can make this work and get myself back in power. We're going to go ahead. It's going to be great. Everything's going to be great, and everyone's going to forgive everything. It's going to be fantastic. The problem is Ari Emanuel is not the one, Danielson. He just isn't. He just is not in any way, shape, or form. So it did not go well for Vince. And now Vince is not just retired in disgrace. There are talks of crazy amounts of women who might be coming forward with incredible testimony. I mean, like, Vince is not going to get out of this unscathed by any stretch. He's already gone, and he's already being written out of his own company for the most part. But I think this is going to end very poorly for a lot of people in WWE. There could be some really serious stuff. Now, there's NDAs for everything. And over this last couple of weeks, there's been a lot of talks about those NDAs and whether or not they're enforceable, whether or not WWE even violated them themselves or Vince McMahon did. There's just a lot of things and nobody really knows. No one's going to really know until they get pushed. And so far to date, there's still only been the one person, not that only is the right word to use, but you know what I mean? We're still at that one person with a lot of stories saying a lot more are coming. So we'll see what happens there ultimately. But Vince did you could tell me Vince did the worst, most reprehensible shit in the world, and I pretty much believe it. Vince got Jimmy Snuka off of murder. He bought him out of murder. A big shout out to the chat. I see Rune Leon up in there. What's up, Dold? Marvel Kid AJ. It's insane that Dwayne can become a board member and shoehorn himself in the main event after main event. We're going to talk about it. We're going to get into Dwayne. We're going to talk about the whole thing. I want to break it down. I want to talk about every aspect of it because ultimately, I don't think it's the right move. In some degrees, I understand it more than I think most. We're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about a lot of that. I'm very excited. What's up, that Teddy with the $10 from the Tedster? Uncle Ted. Namaste, bitches. Thank you, Ted. They were asking for it. What is wrong with you, man? Marvel Kid death threats are. We don't eat. Like, it's so stupid. Leon, it's so insane that we're talking about The Rock's daughter getting death threats, all this stuff that's happening. It's insane. It's gross. It's gross. There are people who have nothing to do with the company who are getting shit talked. It just doesn't make any sense. Like, calm it the fuck down. Calm it down. But that's part of this whole thing. That's part of the whole situation, though. I cannot believe just how crazy this has gone as far as support. It's good support. I'm glad people are supporting. I'm glad people are talking about wrestling and all that. But holy shit, has this been insane. He's lost the Rock name for me. Funnily enough, he just bought the Rock name. Board member Dwayne. Yes, Dwayne. The funny thing is, when he took this board membership, so let's talk about the board membership with the Rock for just a quick second. He gets on the board of directors, which really nobody truly understands. He's been doing this. He's been doing this for the last decade. He's really started to feel himself, and he feels like, well, look, let's state a fact here. He's the biggest box office draw right now, and I think that ultimately the only person who's going to draw more money worldwide ever, total, I think it's Samuel L. Jackson. I believe Samuel L. Jackson's movies has made more money than virtually anybody. I think so. There was something that I saw on TikTok about that. I don't know if it's true, if it's corroborated. But I think when you look at all the movies Samuel Jackson has been in, you put all the money together, Samuel Jackson stacks higher on his stands highest on his money. Now I think there's a chance that ultimately The Rock can come close to that. He's just one of the biggest fucking draws that we've seen. Now there's been a lot of flops from him as well, but the dude has drawn money with really bad fucking movies at times. I don't really think he's made any good movies. I'm just saying somehow he's become the top box office draw. And I think it's also important because I've seen people talk about how he's just some guy from, he was an important guy in the 90s. He wasn't just an important guy in the 90s and the 2000s. He wasn't just an important guy. That's unfair to The Rock. I hate that I have to defend things with this situation, but there are some shit that I think people have gotten a little insane on. And this is not just some schlub. This isn't Barry Horowitz. This isn't Disco Inferno coming out there. This is the fucking Rock, okay? This is one of the most captivating individuals that has ever fucking stepped in a squared circle. This is one of the most important wrestlers of his generation, which a lot of people consider one of the most important generations overall. He was a transcendent athlete, not only just in this sport, but in other sports. He's a blue chipper. All these things were true. The lineages were right. This dude is an absolute freak genetic athlete, all this type of stuff. But the things he did in the ring during his stretch, the money that he drew, the main events that he headlined, the stuff that he did, he's up there with the greatest to ever do it. The only thing that separates him from other people like Hogan is longevity. The Rock didn't need to be around as long. The Rock found Hollywood much sooner. And it's because of people like Hogan that the people like The Rock exist, people like Cena exist. And I can't hate on their game. I just can't. The Rock did enough for the company. He was totally entitled to go on and do his thing. Now, I don't know if all that entitles him to coming and walking on a board and then ultimately picking his shot. Now, I don't know about all that. That's what you ultimately have to ask, but we do have to remember that's who we're talking about. We are talking about The Rock, the great one, the people's champ, sometimes the most loved person in all of entertainment, and sometimes the most despised person in all of entertainment. It just depends on what character he's playing. Now, unfortunately, this character, this Dwayne character, is a little more douchey. He ruins things. He has to take full control of them and make them in his own image because he does feel like he is infallible. I do believe that he believes that. And I think that's part of that Wahlberg friendship that he has, if I had to guess. But that's just my own little bias being inferred on. Now, what he likes to do, he did it with DC as well, just take full control and then say, this will work, trust me, and then it doesn't work, and there's real no responsibility taken. He just moves on to the next thing. Now, it's hard for me to believe that he's going to do that in this situation for two reasons. One, because it's wrestling. He does love this. This is important to him. But two, it's the contract that he signed. That contract is very incentive laden. He has to get performance things he has to reach certain things. He has to help WWE reach certain things for him to reach like $45 million in incentivized money. So he's motivated to do stuff. He also probably has to factor in that he's 51, 52 years old. He ain't going to be doing this forever. He can't do this he can't. It's just not possible. So I don't know. It's like now or never. It should have been 2 years ago. But here's the other factor that I want people to remember. And then I'm going to go back to some of the other stuff, and then we will get into everything else. It's not like, on top of him not just being The Rock, that he didn't have a tie to the main event. I mean, he is the ultimate conclusion point that most of us felt that this storyline was ultimately going. The bloodline always ran through The Rock, if not concluded with The Rock. But there's other factors involved, including Roman's reign, which may not, would you like that one? Roman's reign as champion may have just booked WWE into quarters that they weren't expecting to. But I digress. Let's get into the chat, and then I want to talk about some of the other minor stuff, and we're going to get back to Rock, Cody, and everything. There's a lot to get into. There's memes for days. There's all kinds of stuff, and I want to hear from all you guys. I want to know what you guys are thinking. Let's see. Let's see, motherfuckers. Old School Man, it's a false flag. They're saying Roman versus Rock so they can listen to us and change it to Roman. Cody Roman is more likely to happen 90%. I'm not 100% sure on that, Matt. And the reason why is because we're seeing a lot of reports about this Daniel Bryan thing. About it, they feel that if it wasn't The Rock involved, if it wasn't The Rock I could see The Rock saying these things, like the need to get Cody more over, because it's an excuse for him to get into the main event. Cody doesn't need to be over more. He doesn't need to be in the Daniel Bryan category of hijacking and all that type of stuff and being so important and movements. I don't feel that it was necessary. Cody's already done all that. We've already had it happen. It's annoying. I hope it's not a false flag, but then some things I do. It's just strange. It's just strange. David's back, baby. What's up, Mark? Austin McMahon, but with Cody and The Rock. There you go. $10 from Teddy. Another hat change. Let me put on my other persona. I have a new wrestling persona that I do on another channel called Over the Top Rope. I haven't done it in a few days, a little bit. It's coming back. Oh, I got something in my hair. My beautiful locks. Okay. Unless Dwayne decides to become the new McMahon character and Cody becomes the new Austin, all of this is a waste. Yeah, and I hope that The Rock isn't going to be, maybe, I don't know. So here's the fact. Right, we're getting back to it. I don't want to wait. Just give me a second. Let me go back to the stuff I wanted to get into first. We're going to talk about all this. Calm the shit down. Serafita Rose, what's up? How you doing? Serafita, I call you a Rose. All right. Sorry, Teddy. Dwayne is a bad person. I see him as the same as Osama. No bueno, Manfreno. Listen. All right. So we've had the whole thing with Vincent Kennedy McMahon. He's gone. But then we had somebody return, somebody that nobody was expecting. And we have to remember, the Vince McMahon thing didn't only affect Vince. It also seems to affect Brock Lesnar, another guy who was supposed to be heavily involved in the WrestleMania plans. big star power, 2 nights. They really need all hands on deck, and Brock was going to be a big part of that. But Brock seems to have been also disgraced. So he's somewhere in Saskatchewan punching cows to sleep and still hiding from Sable. We know this is just the reality of the situation. However, so it affected more than just that. So, but while all that was happening, CM Punk comes back. CM Punk comes back. So between Brock and CM Punk and all this other stuff that was happening and some of the NXT people who were coming up, WWE is looking so good right now. They're like, WrestleMania is too loaded. We could send people home. Holy shit. But then bad stuff starts happening. People starts getting hurt. CM Punk getting hurt is a big factor on this whole situation because there's rumors and things that are being written talking about how Roman may not be losing the title at this WrestleMania like a lot of people are expecting him to. Okay, we'll talk about that in a second as well. Ruin Leon, the biggest sham in wrestling is that Santino didn't win the World Heavyweight Championship 2012. You know, I'd hate to have to slap you. I like Santino Marella as much as the next guy, but that's like saying Eugene should have been champion. No. So Cody wins the Royal Rumble, as we know. All this stuff is going down beyond the scenes. Everyone's talking like this was well in the works. Like they made this decision back in January 3rd, which I don't really believe. That's Meltzer reporting that. And I don't really believe that because if that's the fucking case, then why have him win the Rumble? Why do this? It just doesn't make sense. The Punk injury doesn't affect it that much. Punk should have been the winner of the Royal Rumble if this was all going to be the case. It just, there's so much of it that just doesn't make a lot of sense, but I digress. Let's see. Cobra, that's right. Marvel. It's unfortunate about Punk. This man is made of glass. Well, he's old. You know, he's old, he's fragile, he's brittle. And it sucks for him because I actually do feel bad for the guy. And I never feel bad for CM Punk, but I do. WWE was feeling like they had it all rolling. This was just going to work out. And to see it crumble like this, it's fucked up, you know? There's just a lot to this. There's so many moving parts, and it's hilarious and sad all at the same time to see how many people are now affected by it. Now, what I was not I knew people were going to be upset about the situation. I just wasn't expecting to be as upset as they turned out to be. This has turned into a whole ass thing, and I wasn't expecting it. Oh, it's crazy. It's completely buried the idea of the Rumble. I know it's like the Rumble it doesn't even feel like it matters most of the time anymore anyway. And now they had a chance to make it matter. But even so on the Roman point for a second, there's a chance that Roman is not losing this belt. He's within earshot of the Hogan record and all this other shit. Like they want Roman at this point to break all the records. So for him to beat Cody again, I don't need Cody to lose again. I feel like go ahead and let the match happen with Rollins again. Let him beat Rollins. Let someone else be in the match too. Do a triple threat with it. So at least Rollins won't eat the pin to Cody again. Protect him a little bit. I think Rollins has deserved that. And that Cody build his way into merging the titles at next Mania. I think that's a really easy way. You could even have him win the Rumble a third time in a row. There's a lot that you can do there and make it make sense. It's just the inclusion of The Rock here. It also does make sense. If I'm being honest with you, adding The Rock makes sense if Cody wasn't already the contender. If there was something else for Cody to do that made as much sense, or if people didn't want this so much, The Rock is not a bad option here for all the reasons that we already laid out. His already direct ties to Roman. It makes sense. It fits. We need to know who the true head of the table is. But they just did it in this weird way. I'm not even going to shit on Cody's promo. I thought Cody delivered a fantastic promo on SmackDown. I thought it was very good. Considering what he was going through, considering the emotions, considering all this, he did the best he could. He tried to hide his upsetness. He tried to hide it all. Didn't work. The Rock could help Cody beat. they can have, there's a lot that they can do with Rock, Cody, and I do not believe that Roman is, even if he loses the title at WrestleMania 40, I don't believe he's just going away. I don't believe Roman's just going away into the sunset, via con Dios. I just don't see that happening. That doesn't make sense to me. He might go away for a little while, but I think at this point he understands he's not going to become a gigantic box office draw if he's even trying. The understanding that I have of him as a person, he's not like The Rock. He might have a little bit of an idea to do something, but he's had a very easy schedule these last few years in becoming this character, this guy. You know, he hasn't had to put an over amount of strain on his body. He's had some, good matches at times and all that, but his body, he should be pretty fresh overall. So what I'm thinking is, if let's go the route he does lose at WrestleMania 40, whether it's to The Rock, which is a possibility. I know, bear with me, possibility, but I think he's going to take a break. There's this thought that he's going to lose and then he's pretty much just going to retire and be over. No. I think he's going to take a small break and then return later in the year, bigger, better, and possibly new gimmicky. The bloodline doesn't have to continue. Roman he can go the Isle of the Tribal Chief or something. The Exiled Chief. He can have the Exiled Chief gimmick or something like that. There's something that he could do, like a weird Samoan sting, weird Samoan crow sting. The Exiled King, the Exiled head of the table. I like it. The Exiled Chief. I like it. So he'll take a break and then he'll come back later on in the year. Now, if you have Rock's not going to carry the belt all the way down. He's just not. So maybe you don't have Cody win against Seth, or you have somebody else take the belt off of Rock or something along those lines. I don't really know. But if you do that, then you can set up Cody having that title going into Mania, or having a title going into Mania. Maybe The Rock even takes, the Rock drops the belt to Roman. Roman takes the title back off of Rock at a pay-per-view or in Saudi Arabia, return, whatever the case may be. Or somebody else then drops it to Roman, or Roman even chases. There's a lot of ways that you can do that and then have it be very satisfying for WrestleMania 41 for Cody to then take the title off of Roman. Because remember, there are aspects of that promo that I liked more than just the moment. I like the idea of taking everything away, stripping it all down, taking it all away from Roman. Have this a longer play. I don't mind that. It just has to make sense. I don't know if they have to necessarily fold, but something has to happen. This is a weird kickoff press conference that we're going to have later in the week. That's going to be very telling. I really don't know what direction they go. But the incredible outpouring that we've seen, what people have just gone out and reacted with, it's more than I ever thought. It's the most disliked video in the history of WWE. And it was that within hours. It's hysterical. It's great. I crumbled like a stack of cards. I'm visually upset. Cody is my guy since Marvel Kid. He's been my guy since 2011. I'm not a huge Cody Rhodes guy. He's won me over recently, but I'm not a huge Cody Rhodes guy. Hell no, says Rune Leon. The Rock could have helped Cody beat Roman playing for WrestleMania 41. Now I'd have a good 3 to 4 years left at least. Deserves a little break for sure. He can go away and bring in Fatu. That's true. He takes over. He's more vicious than Roman, and then come back to save the family. It's true. It's where the press conference takes place in Vegas instead of Philly, so maybe there's a lot that they can do there. Do you see TKO not contributing continuing the Saudi deal after the initial contract runs course? Yeah, I can see it, but the UFC is already doing deals in Saudi Arabia. They already have fights there, so they're doing more there. I don't see why they wouldn't. Everybody is. They work with a lot of people who are. I just don't see why they're the free speech place. I just don't see them. Oh, that's a good point too, Leon. They're probably going to be announcing WrestleMania 41 for Las Vegas, which would be awesome. Oh, in Allegiant Stadium, yeah. Allegiant Stadium's got the Super Bowl this year. I could see them totally having, yeah. And I'll tell you, if I don't end up, and it does not look like I'm going to be able to go to WrestleMania in Philadelphia. It doesn't. but I might have to for Vegas. I might have to for Vegas. Oh man, because I live there. I had such a good time at BravoCon this year, so I might have to go for Vegas. I mean, I have a chance there. So, and the Super Bowl in Vegas. Now I'm trying to get more ads on the product. Yeah, definitely. It's hilarious that two of the most hated moments in WWE involve Roman Reigns. Yep, it's true. Make sure you guys hit the like button. It's good to see you on this wonderful Monday. We've got a very important Monday Night Raw tonight. There's a very, the memes. Look, listen, I'm not a mean-spirited guy, but I'm not a huge Cody Rhodes fan. And the memes have been some of the funniest shit I've ever seen in my life. And I can't even deal anymore, man. I can't even deal anymore. This shit is so funny. Look at this. Here's the promo for tonight. Raw tonight. Adrenaline in my soul. Oh, poor Cody. They've now edited the original video. They've edited the original video. So they've taken out all the sad Cody moments and shit. It's so messed up. What's up, Pittsburgh? Boy, you fucking idiot. Why would you show up now, you asshole? Oh, God. He's getting everything he wants. No, I love that you would show up now. Oh, boy. God damn it. Let me fucking find it. Oh, you're in so much trouble. Adrenaline in my soul. Yeah, fucking shit. These memes have been worth the price of admission, if I'm being honest. They pretty much have been the most incredible things ever made in the history of ever. Don't mind me. I'm not looking for anything. The memes are hilarious. They're unbelievable. They really have just been the most incredible things that's ever walked. And I feel bad for Cody. I do. I actually do. I really, really do. I want to. I mostly do. Mostly. I mostly do. I have my moments where maybe I don't. But I do mostly. What a Pittsburgh boy. They cucked my boy. Yeah, they did. They really did. Don't mind me. I'm just looking for an old picture. And, of course, when I want it, I can't find it. Ah, my God. Well, while we're in the area, there's me and Vince. Look at that. There's me and Vince. Look at that. Look how beautiful of a man I am. I'm gorgeous. I'm a gorgeous man. You know it's true. Let me find this picture for you. I'm really mad that I used to be, this is one of my old school pictures that I used to be able to find so easily. And of course now I can't find it. It's actually quite sad. I'm actually quite perturbed right now that I can't find this picture. This used to be one of my most easily found and loaded photos, and now I can't find it. It was so good. It was from back in the day when we used to just shit on Pittsburgh boy. Shit right in his mouth. But now he means, oh, ha, look at that. What do we do, Pittsburgh boy? What do we do around here? Well, we make things way too big sometimes, but we make fantasies come to life. Look at this shit. This is the truth. This is reality. Oh yeah. Look at that. You're a good looking man there. You're a good looking man there. Look at you chud. You chud. Oh my God. Here, move him. He's got lube and everything. It's fantastic. We make fantasies come to life, Pittsburgh boy. That will never change. Never. All right. So yes, these memes have absolutely killed me to other levels that I can't even begin. Look, you got Santa Claus. He's supporting Cody Rhodes. Everyone's supporting Cody Rhodes. Everyone's going fucking crazy. This I'm going to show you. But so look, these memes have been next level. This is one of my favorites. Up until this one that just came out a few moments ago, this is my favorite.
Watch this, Lise. You can actually pinpoint the second when his heart rips in half. And now.
Poor Cody. Poor Cody. Here's what a lot of people want to happen.
What is? What is? What is?
This is one of my favorites. I hope this still fits. H. No, moron. You said he didn't have to change. You always acted like Roman was fine the way he was. We were telling you he would be great if they would just fucking change him. What he was doing was shitty. It wasn't working. The dude had to get cancer to get over. Shut up. Shut up. Leukemia had to get him over. It was the only thing that saved him was fucking cancer, asshole. He's the only guy who's ever had cancer who's thankful that he had cancer. Cancer gave him more than it took away. You fuck. What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? Coming here acting like you're spiking a football. You think you can come in here and spike a football? You stupid jackass. You want to come in here and spike a football? You stupid bitch. Come in here. You want to do one spike? What? Two spikes? What? Three spikes? What? You stupid bastard. Whoa, is Dave Jewish now? What? Am I? Hi. I don't know. Does that make me Jewish? I don't know. This one, this is 3 minutes and 53 seconds, and it's got copyrighted music, but this is so damn funny. I mean, this is fucking hilarious. Man. All right, so far, I mean, you gotta really watch the reactions. The reactions are just absolutely next level. There's just insane shit. It's absolutely crazy.
The most electrifying man in entertainment.
Look at the cross-eyed rock is my favorite rock. Look at Cody's face. It's just it's so far nothing crazy. It's good, but it's so far nothing insane. I gotta be honest. We're 40 seconds in. I almost turned it off. I almost stopped watching. I was like, how could they stretch this 3 minutes and 53 seconds? How? How is it possible? But then shit gets real. All right? Shit's about to get real.
Cody,
Get your ass up, Cody.
In your own words, life isn't about how many times you get knocked down. It's how many times you get up. And you up. You get up. You get up and fight. And you're going to fight Sunday. You're going to sign this contract. Wow. All these people, you're going to sign this contract. And you're going to fight
Roman Reigns.
我有我自己的原则，我不想一辈子让人踩在脚下。
What?
你以为我是臭氧贩子？我这3年就是想等一个机会，争一口气，不是想证明我了不起，我是要告诉人家我失去的东西，我一定要拿回来。
We've been waiting for nearly 2 years. My God, I'm dying.
Come on! What's the matter with you?
Carl Weathers.
There is no tomorrow. There is no tomorrow. There is no tomorrow.
Come on. That's one of the most amazing videos that I've ever seen, man. This shit is so damn funny. Kenny, for your thoughts. I am just absolutely dying. I really hope the creator of that, whoever made this, my God, that is just so funny. It really encapsulates just how insane the situation was. So That was great. But I think this is still my favorite. Cody should have won. This entire year should have been about Roman spiraling. They could still do that next year. I mean, or this upcoming this upcoming year. Yeah, it still could be that, but I don't know. I really do believe they feel like Roman keeping the title is something special that they may not be able to do again, and I do understand that logic to a point. I do. They may not be able to do Rock next year. There is no guarantee. Look, The Rock right now, he's coming off of the writer's strike and all that other stuff to where he might be able to be a part of stuff because he just simply doesn't have anything booked, and he's made this and his other big projects a priority. Maybe this is the last opportunity he'll be able to do that. I'm honestly not sure. I don't know what the full logic is, but I do know this. I will be a little bit happier having Roman and Rock happen, not at the expense of Cody, but I do want this to happen. You know, I want to see this head of the table. I want the bloodline to make sense ultimately. And it makes a hell of a lot more sense at the end of the day once you've told the story with The Rock. He's too important. You have to have him a part of it. You really do. What's up, Top Tomato? Good to see you. You like it? Oh, there we go. There we go. Those hat changes, they get you, baby. I want it, but it's like the most sloppy way to do this. It is. It's sloppy. It's too late. It's all this. Now, the last thing I kind of want to get into is just the overall reaction. I knew we were going to get a big reaction. I didn't think it was going to come to the extent that it has. I think there's been a lot of over-the-top reaction, just slightly. Leon, am I the only one who doesn't want this to happen? No, I think there's a lot of people who don't, but I just feel like the way that they've told everything, you have to have The Rock and Roman. Does it have to be with the title involved? No. Does it have to be at WrestleMania? No. No, it doesn't. But I do think, and maybe it even needs to happen after Roman comes back. You know, maybe that would have been the better way to go. Roman loses the belt to Cody, give everybody the moment that they want. And then Roman ultimately comes back, beats Cody, all this, goes back on his way, and then Roman and Rock next year. I guess. But it's tough. So ultimately, I just kind of want to say, everybody quit their bitching.
Stop your bitching. Everybody wants to be complaining. Where? I want what I want. Gimme.
Shut the fuck up. Sometimes it doesn't happen that way. Hey, skin hottest. Boop-a-doop-a-doop-a-doop-a-doop-a-doop-a-day. Everybody wants a bucket on Dave. Let's see here. I think I'm playing to my fiance for an entire weekend. Oh, Denise, I'm so mad. Oh my God, I'm so mad. Let me tell you what they did. No, man, this shouldn't be affecting your poops. Like, that's the thing. I'm so glad I don't get mad about this shit. I don't watch as much as I used to. That helps, you know. But I don't get mad about this shit no more. It doesn't affect me on that level. It's not like it's making me money. Pokemon cards and shit. Pokemon cards make me money. That affects me. Question: who goes over, Rock or Roman? Honestly, I think more than likely if Roman's gonna retain. And look, if the reason why they've done this, if it leaked back that the reason why they did it is because they really decided that Roman needs to have the all-time title reign record, whatever, then okay, I can accept that. And the reason why they're doing this switch up is because they don't want Cody to be the sacrificial lamb again. They don't want Cody to lose 2 years in a row to Roman. If Roman is just going over de facto, no matter who he's taking on, I would rather him beat The Rock. I'd rather him beat The Rock. And if they decide to take the belt off of the Roman this way and give it to The Rock, how long does that last? It does give them another mid-season pop, you know, where they can go ahead and bring Roman back at a Saudi event or SummerSlam or Money in the Bank or something that they want to make more important. There is a lot they can do. This doesn't kill any storylines. It delays, it forces, kicks the can down the road and things like that. I just don't know. Bruno would still be first, so why does it matter? Well, yeah, you know, Bruno's always going to be first. I see greatness has to sit next to greatness. I got Bruno's autograph right here. On his beautiful robe. You know, I will wear that for the right amount. I've danced around in the Charmander outfit. I've been Charman Dave. I've been so many things, but you know what? I'll dance around in Bruno's robe for the right amount. That could be the next one. That'd be fun. What's up, Voltage Mikey? How you doing? Yeah, but I think they want to get Hogan off the modern day thing. They want Hogan off that. I think that's kind of where that comes from, if I had to guess. And there's no one, this is never going to happen again. They're never going to have another champion that's going to run this long. I don't think they're going to allow it. So it's kind of, if not now, then when. I'm not saying that's a good reason to do it, but it could be the reason, and that could just be the reason enough. I don't know. This kickoff thing on Thursday, some people are saying this has all been smoke and mirrors. This has been all misdirection. I don't buy that. I think that this is another one of those classic situations where they felt that maybe something was going to go over better than it did. I don't know why. It really does feel like the initial reports that were coming out about The Rock really pushing for this, and The Rock really, being adamant, and with all the power that he now has, and knowing that he has to make certain goals to get really paid out in his contract. There's just a lot there to dissect that really does point to this being politicking by The Rock, and really just knowing who he's been and how he's done this. Jesus Christ, what he did with Black Adam and fucking DC. Good Lord. Pitt, for all we know, it may not even be for the title. It may just be for the title of head of the table. But that would be dumb. So, I have seen the possibility of night 1, night 2, both nights. Roman having to take on The Rock and Cody gets the winner. But I would really hate that you can't have, oh my God, how did you find a way to make it worse? How did you find a way to make that worse? Unless they did it at another fucking pay-per-view. But now you want to take the fucking consequence? The whole reason why Cody is taking himself out of the equation? It's the stupidest thing. He has the belt. You can't make it for not the belt. You can't make it the fucking main event of WrestleMania and it not for be the title. That's the stupidest thing I've ever. I almost want to punch you. I am so mad right now that you said that out loud. I hate you. Dave, are you even interested in Cody versus Seth match? I am, actually. Seen it 3 times, and the Hell in a Cell match was perfect send-off for now with both being a babyface. Look, I don't think it's just going to be Seth and Cody. I think there'll be another person. I think that there may be another person involved. Is it possible that CM Punk pulls a Cena here? Is it possible? I don't know. And that's another name. Is it possible that somebody calls in a Cena favor? I don't know. But I don't think it's just going to be Seth and Cody. For whatever it's worth, Shinsuke attacked Cody at a live event, and they're going to have a match tonight for whatever that's worth. You know what I mean? Look, the thing, Nick, my problem with the cash-in is Damian Priest is fucking horrible. Damian cashing out. I'm sorry. I don't feel his run with the bank, his Money in the Bank briefcase has been good. It just hasn't. I just don't feel like I don't even know if he should cash in. I'm not there with him. No way. Personally, if it happens, I hope the cash in happens. Cody should not hold the belt very long. That is definitely the more likely situation. Oh, could you imagine how pissed off people would be if the belt that Cody does win, Damian takes away immediately? Oh, if you want ultimate heat, if they did find a way to get Cody back in this match and Cody beats Roman and The Rock destroys Cody and then Damian Priest fucking cashes in and takes the belt. I almost want that to happen. I'd piss myself crying. You'd have to take me away to a fucking funny farm. I don't know if I'd ever recover. It would be better than this. And this is hard to beat. What they've smacked and just dunked Cody's head in the toilet and all this shit that they've done. They've absolutely taken his lunch. It's been incredible. But if they give him the title that he's been searching for, to have Damian Priest immediately taken from him within a minute, I would be drinking nerd tears for the next 6 months. I mean, I just wouldn't even know what to do. It would be amazing. Oh, God, that's sad how happy that makes me. It really does. It'd be incredible. I personally think that Seth versus Cody would be a lose-lose for me. If it's just Seth and Cody, I agree. If they keep it just Seth and Cody, it makes it very, very difficult. Really does. Oof. If Marvel Kid, if they did that to Cody, people would lose their fucking minds. They might actually kill everybody in the arena. I can't see him taking Cody's moment. Not after Finish Your Story. Maybe take it the next night. Maybe take it the next pay-per-view. I don't know. But you can't take it within seconds. Damian Priest would be murdered. It would be amazing. It would be unbelievable. I just don't, it would be, oh God, the crying. All right, so look, here's a perfect opportunity. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, hopes, dreams, quips, quotes, likes, loves, here is your chance. Go ahead and throw it all up in the comments section. I will answer any questions. If you decide to donate through Streamlabs or Super Chat or whatever, you get priority, and we will hit any of those questions right immediately. But we are getting down to the wire, down to the end, because here's what I think I'm going to do with the rest of the night. I'm definitely watching Raw. I thought about doing a Raw review, but I don't know if I'm going to go that route. Instead, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go live on Twitch again and play a little bit more Pal World at some point and just talk about Raw, watch it in the background. That's probably the most likely thing that is going to happen. So I've been burned by WWE since I was 5. There you go, Marvel Kid. Nick, honestly, Cody should have no time with Seth Belt. Take away for when he wins Roman. I wouldn't mind it being emerging. You know, like I would, one thing that I would like, if they decide to do the long story and keep Cody and Roman away from each other, I would like to see Cody win this title. Roman duck him all year, one way or another, right? The only way that or maybe even try to beat Roman again and lose. And then he goes into a desperation mode. And as champion, the only way that he can have another shot at Roman is if he can go a three-peat, back to back to back, and maybe even make him go wire to wire. You know what I mean? Make it the most impossible scenario that's ever happened. The only thing you can do is give him more. The only thing is give him things that no one's ever had before, make it even more special. And then at next year's WrestleMania F41 in Las Vegas, you have him take it all, take everything, and Roman is done. The dagger is buried. That's the only thing in a big merger where Cody takes the title back, you know? I know, Leon. I'm not thrilled with the merger either, but I'm saying, like, have him, because you got to do something for Cody now. You can't do nothing for Cody. You can't have him chase something. You don't know what it's going to be like with The Rock in the picture. So you got to get him a belt. You get him Seth's belt. You let him do stuff with it. You let him make that title important on Raw, because he can. That's one thing that people are forgetting. If Cody does get the Raw title, there's a good chance the Raw title is going to be a hell of a lot more important. You know, so if they can do that and really make that important, maybe they can do another merger next year at WrestleMania, because that's the only way that Cody can get another shot at Roman. I'm just trying to think of ways that they can make this bigger. If they don't do a champion versus, just make a champion versus champion, or make Cody have to relinquish the belt to go after Roman, to even enter the Royal Rumble. So that even fixes a problem for next year too. So I don't know. I'm just saying there's a lot of different ways that they can do it going into next year. I don't know. Do you think Cody should have won the Rumble? Personally, I think Gunther should have gotten it. I don't know. I don't like Gunther getting it only because they can do him and Seth anyway if they really want to. Gunther is the most incredible intercontinental champion that we've ever had. So it's like, what are we talking about? He doesn't really need it. It was Punk. It was Punk. Punk was the one thing that really could have turned everything on its head. He's the much bigger superstar that could have took it all away, and that would have made sense. So I don't know. There's just ways they could have went with it. It's fucking crazy. They merged that belt and they're basically saying fuck the brand split. They always do though. They find the brand splits always get fucked. When has it ever worked? It never works. Pay Tony Khan $20 million for Punk and Cody to destroy him in the ring. This match could be for one match, for one night, 1.4. There you go. I'm just sad we never got Bloodline Fatal 4-Way. Shut up. Yeah, Leon, but unfortunately they already don't treat it like it matters. Exactly. They blur the lines with the brand split so much that it just really doesn't matter most of the time. So it's like, what are we respecting? What are we really giving a fuck about, you know? King Freak, Cody got screwed. Hi, Dave. No question. And I'm honestly kind of loving it. I love all of the memes. The memes are giving me life. I'm scrolling down, which is always a terrifying thing to do. This is how you get yourself in a lot of trouble, is by scrolling down. You should never scroll down. It's just been insane to see the amount of people that have really taken heart in this story, have really come to it. This is probably the most they've legit. No, I agree with that. I do like, but they've still blurred the lines, you know. And honestly, they've only really started respecting it since they brought in Nick Aldis. To be fair, that really has just started, and they're on each other's shows a lot. But it also makes sense. You can't have a full brand split anymore, and I don't even know if it's necessary. The only reason why it's more necessary now than it has been is because of how loaded the roster is. A year ago, most people would agree the roster really wasn't there for both. But when Punk comes back and everything, Randy's back, there's more than enough for both brands now, especially with the women's division. Oh my God. And then Mickie James is talking about, trying to get a contract out on Nick Aldis as well. So she did it on Twitter the other night, which is hysterical. But it's that women's division. It's just fucking packed. Like having Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill on the same brand is insane. That's going to be, there's so much craziness. Do you think the crowd takes the show hostage tonight, or they'll be fine? I don't know. If Jeff Huffman has his way, who is there, by the way, Jeff Huffman is in St. Louis tonight. If Huffy has his way, yes, they're going to try. I don't know. It depends on what WWE decides to do. Is it all hands on deck? Do they really go ham with the superstars tonight? Do they make it big about Cody? What does Cody do? Does it have to be big tonight because of the kickoff conference? Tonight might even be a letdown. Nothing might happen on tonight. Cody is taking on Nakamura. There may not be much else other than that. Tonight might be a little bit of a cooler. What would you want to happen, Dave? From where we are now, I would go one of two ways. You can make it Cody, Rock, and Roman, or you can change it to where the Rock and Roman happened before it. I don't know. But if we're going off of what we have now, Roman retains, Cody wins in a triple threat, Gunther, Seth. No, see, I don't like Gunther being added into the fucking match just because the Intercontinental Championship needs to be represented. You can't have him not represent that title. I just need him to have a big feud going into it, and I just don't know who. It's tough. Gunther's in a tough spot because he's gone so far. I don't know. I'd like to see Braun Breaker get in somewhere. Maybe Braun Breaker and Gunther. That seems to be logical. It was supposed to be Brock and Gunther from what I understand, so I don't know. It's tough. And they're throwing Cody back in the Nakamura feud, which I don't hate because I like Nakamura so much. This is the same thing they happened when Rock came back 10 years ago for the Cena match. Just sort of. I mean, yes and no. He did too. Yes, but there's different. He has more of a reason with this one in some ways. It's yes and no. It's yes. More yes than no. I'll give you that. If Cody opens the show, I think the crowd will get it out of their system. And it's probably their smartest thing, but he's having a match tonight. So do they just have him and Nakamura open the show and put out a banger? Might not be a bad idea. They've never won, never will, and it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. They can continue being the worst brand in wrestling, and they'll be insulated fighting. Here's the thing, Dinosaur, I get where you're trying to go there, but they're not this is a bad decision. It doesn't reflect what they've been doing lately. I mean, unilaterally, most people are saying WWE is in the best spot that they've been in creatively, wrestling-wise, and almost every other aspect, especially now production, now that Bucky's gone, than they have in a very long time. Ratings are doing good, house shows are doing good, merch is up, everything's up. They're signing people that no one thought they would sign. They're taking chances. They're developing people at an astounding fucking rate. Some of the people that they're bringing up from NXT, that in the speed of which they're getting it done is fucking incredible. Like, there is some bangers down there. And their willingness to work with TNA, I think, is a really big factor going forward. I really like what they did with Jordynne and Grace. I really love what they did with her. I could see her coming in more often. I could see her doing some stuff with WWE. She was very impressive. There's so much that they can do and so much they have done. That's why it is frustrating. Because this 2 years that they've done this with Cody, since he's been back, everything that's happened with him, he ripped his titty off for us, you know? He pulled his titty off the bone for us. We have to love the man. Now, I personally still am not totally there. He has, look, listen. Cody is corny, okay? Cody is corny. He's old school corny, and I appreciate him, but Cody is corny, guys. When Cody gets hit in the ribs, Cody screams out ribs. Okay, listen to me. Yeah, ribs. He's ridiculous. Boom. He's ridiculous. Cody is ridiculous with his stupid fucking white dog. He's a stupid neck tattoo. He's ridiculous. His daddy told me he was a superstar model, good looks, and all kinds of crazy shit. He's ridiculous. Okay, he's probably a 7 or an 8. He's got himself a fucking 13 wife who got him thinking all kinds of grandiose, and she wasn't happy with her spot as an announcer. They ain't gonna tell me what I can't do. I can wrestle. No, you can't. They put you where you were best fucking suited, Brandy. Go back. You were a great announcer, Brandy. Why'd you have to pump my man up full of all these fucking hopes and dreams? Now he's got a big, disgusting fucking tattoo. He's not a 10. Nick, shut up. Cody is not a 10. He's not that attractive of a man. Fuck off. No, fuck you. No. It's so incredible, man. Yep. Fuck him. Cody does have the most punchable face in wrestling. Absolutely. He absolutely does. So, you know, he goes through all this. Pumped up with all these hopes and dreams. He gets the worst fucking song in the history of music as his theme. Now, is it a good entrance theme song? Yes, it works. But it is horrible. That song is horrible. It is tailor-made. Its only function in life is to be an entrance theme, and it barely does that. It's just Cody Rhodes. It's just Cody has to tell you. His theme song is the equivalent of ribs, adrenaline in my soul, every fiber up my bowl. I don't even know. Do it all to get them on their feet. Shut the fuck up, Cody. Oh, Captain America, do it over you. Crowd is here, about to blow. Shut the fuck up. Whoa, shut the fuck up, Cody Rhodes. It's such a bad song, guys. It's a great theme, but it's not Metalingus. It's not. It's a terrible song. It's just designed. The music is so generic. You take it all away. You take it all away. Shut the fuck up. It's so bad. Yeah, it's worse than Trouble. It's worse than EC3. Yes, it is. It's so bad. You took it all away. Daddy told me. He's like the Linkin Park. He's like, he's got fucking daddy issues. Different type of daddy issues, but motherfucker's got daddy issues. He's such a fucking whiner, man. He's got to stand down. He's got to peacock so much, dude. Like, he's got to have the smallest penis in the world or something. This dude peacocks so fucking much. He just wants to be it. It just drains. It's like, oh my God. And he did it. That's the thing. He's pulled the wool over your guys' eyes so fucking hard. He made you guys believe in this shit. He's moonsaulting off of cages on fucking internet television with Kurt Angle, and everyone's like, you know, he did it. He fooled you. He created a terrible fucking another brand that wrestling did not really need. He created TNA 2.0 and then left it. What is fucking dog? Cody Rhodes, where dreams become nightmares. I just can't feel bad for the guy. I can't. Oh my God. And you know, the fucked up thing is I make all these jokes about him, but he really does seem like a nice guy. He seems like such a nice guy. I'd really like to hang out with him. Oh, fuck. Okay. I feel like once again I have gone too far. I only know all the lyrics because I can't stop. They're hilarious, Nietzsche. It's fucking hysterical, man. I went to Raw a couple of years ago, right? And there were a couple kids in the crowd. Adrenaline in my soul. Something, something. Cody Rhodes. This is the funniest thing I've ever seen. And then it ended up becoming a thing. And it started, people started saying it and shit, like in the crowd, like they were traveling with it or something. It was weird. I'm a big AEW fan. I ain't even watching it anymore. It sucks, King Freak. He looked like someone shot like a pup. Shot his puppy Friday. Here, if you didn't see it earlier, this is my favorite meme that has come out of this whole situation. This is so great. This is fucking perfect. Oh, it's so good. Because once again, the Simpsons nail everything.
Watch this, Lise. You can actually pinpoint the second when his heart rips in half. And now. Oh.
It's so perfect. It's so fucked up. There he is. There's shot his puppy. They John Wicked. They John Wicked that fucking white dog. Have you seen the guy running the ropes and singing something Cody? I haven't seen that one yet. That's awesome. That's awesome. It all started. I remember when there was just a couple of kids in the crowd who sang it. It was hysterical. Poor Cody. He's been trending for days, man. But I guess we only got 55 minutes to see what is going to transpire. I'll tell you what, though. More people are talking about WWE and talking about Raw and talking about WrestleMania than they have in a very long time. So maybe The Rock has on to something. After all, I'm not spilling that water. Oh, I almost just spilled this water, and I would have been very upset had I have done that. But I saved it. Hey, look, thank you guys for hanging out. We're going to do some more shows here in the next few weeks. Just more and more happening. I'm going to be doing more stuff. So keep a lookout. Some stuff that you know, some stuff that you may not know. There's going to be some interesting stuff happening. So keep your eyes fucking peeled or I'll shoot you in the face. I appreciate you guys being here. Check out everything that's going on Twitch. I'll be over there in a little bit. Pal World doing the thing. Catching the mons that are fake mons. Whatever's going on. It's fucking awesome. Shut up, fake, or I'll end you. Thank you guys. I appreciate you. Anyone who subs, supported, donoed, you're all fucking legends. Everybody else, get off your wallets. Have a fantastic night. Real Talk, Metaphor Messiah. Take us home. There he is. Beautiful. Oh, how much we've missed you. We've missed you. Yes. Have yourself a good night. Real Talk, take us home.
People see the morning live. Feel like I'm Alexander's prodigy. Fuck your death threats, them niggas always talking honorary. The Pentagon the same, they trying to mold us in the pottery. But even if I die, my lyrics still a living history. You mean they treat us like we pawns and we listen cause we scared they ain't gon' beef with Genghis Khan? I'm higher than a dinosaur, she Oreo like Baltimore. I taught them what I know, that make me feel like I was Gryffindor. Get your game right, she high, I call her sunlight. With lips like she's Brad's life, I ask her cause a crash site. But that's the way it is, I guess I play protagonist. This shit will never change, I'ma go out with her. This may be everything I'm dreaming. I wake up, my superstition say the government for scheming. Here we go. This must be everything I'm dreaming. I wake up, my superstition say the government been scheming. Here we go. I roll up, they say the city lights is feeling me. My girl, she super real. She think that ain't nobody cool as me. Flying in Pacifics, I'll be ripping till I'm gone.
Hold on, I gotta answer this important question. Hold on. Why is your camera so small? Because I was trying to make it the same size as your penis. Have a good night.
I sit back and blaze away like I'm Akeem Olajuwon. Yeah, da da da. Yeah, da da da. Hip hop, I'm real talk. Hip hop, I'm real talk. Da da da.
Good luck, Jay Philly.
Yeah.
Welcome to the new world. You dig?
We always dig. You know we always dig. All right. Filling up one more. We're getting out of here. Thank you guys for hanging out. We'll see ya. We got a lot more coming. Hang out. Stick around. Get copious. Let's rip on the way out. Thank you to everybody who supported. Saying that to a bottom does nothing. So you're okay with having a small penis because you're a bottom? Small dick's still a small dick, bro. You can position it any way you like. Small piquito, muy piquito. Good night.